SFL on Monday night. It's time for football, and it's time for us to round out Week 2 of SFL action to start Season 18 as the DC Dragons are in town to take on the Fort Worth Toros here in Texas. Andy Hamilton along with Gerald Giudice. Gerald, these two teams are set. Both of them had really close games in Week 1, and they're ready to get going in Week 2.
Yes, DC used a balanced offensive attack and a stifling defense to defeat Houston 20-15. Fort Worth, on the other hand, coming off a heartbreaking loss to Mexico City, 41-38, blowing a 28-14 and a 35-20 lead during that game, overshadowing some great games by rookies Reno and Bernstein. Well, hopefully we'll see some more of that action here coming up.
Both of these two franchises went 3-9 in Season 17. The best way to not go 3-9 in Season 18 is winning early and often. DC 1-0, trying to make it 2 wins right off the bat. Fort Worth trying to get back in the driver's seat for their season. And Gerald, the best way to do it is with the quarterback, Johnny Reno.
Johnny Reno had an unbelievable rookies come-out party. 24-36, 320 yards. 4 touchdowns. However, the picks they did throw the second half kind of cost them the football game. Let's see if he can bounce back and shake the interception bug.
Shabazz Synergy also felt the interception bug in Week 1. 2 picks for the veteran against the Hyenas, and he will start with the ball as DC gets it to kick this one off. Aaron Gooden and Stephen Hacker on stats for us tonight. We're glad they're here, and we're glad all of you are here with us as we are just about ready to kick this thing off. Fort Worth with the ball on the tee, the ball in the air, and we are underway. DC wearing white with the gray pants will bring it out across the 25. Spin move and out to the 26 will be the DC offense. And let's take you through that unit, which will have their hands on the football first. Synergy, the fifth-year quarterback, has Kevin Say in the backfield, the third-year man, who is flanked by Chris Britton, the fullback. Gus Scott, Mike Churchill, Jeff Banfield, and Josh Gill. 4 receivers for DC, and they add 2 tight ends to that unit with Lauren Percoco and Kyle Storm, and Pati does the kicking in his second year for DC. They'll start in an I formation, and they will give the first run to Kevin Say, and Say still churning those legs, picks up 5.
Great opening play here for DC, just running Kevin Say up the middle. Had a good game last week. 28 carries for $137 and a touchdown. Comes off and starts really well here early in this ballgame.
Kevin Say had 1,100 yards, top 10 back in the SFL in Season 17, trying to keep it moving here. 137 in the last game, and took the first carry for 5. Synergy moves up in the pocket, floats one. That is caught. I think that's Chris Britton out of the backfield. It is.
Chris Britton, not known for catching balls out of the backfield, had 13 last year in his rookie season. Comes up with a big catch there for a first down, and great presence there by Synergy to step up in the pocket. Great play.
Not only that, it's his first touch of the season. Didn't have a run or a catch last week against Houston. Has one already. Hands off, right side. Kevin Say will only get a yard, and let's take you through this defense for the Fort Worth Toros. Jeff Duffy, Jabril Kurse, Joey Schwint, and Gary D. Gond are the defensive linemen. E.K. Vinson, J.L. Browning, and Golden Dino are the linebackers. Adam Leach, Aiden Davis, Nacho Sicario, Blake Prine, Frank Bernstein, and Delaney Nash round out that secondary for Fort Worth. 4-3 look here on 2nd and 8. Split backs out of the Dragons. Single tight end set. Here is Synergy to throw it. Fires on the out route. Caught and tackled short of the line to gain, but it's still a nice play to the outside. That catch made over there by Josh Gill.
Nice tackle there by Adam Leach, the third season starter with a one-time All-Star. Came off a decent season last year. Had 2 interception returns for a touchdown.
They will give it to Say up the gut, and he didn't get there. Tackled short of the line to gain. A huge play as Fort Worth gets off the field. E.K. Vinson.
E.K. Vinson, one of the best tacklers in the history of this game. 111 last season. Has a total of 850 for his career. Unbelievable, but he's only a one-time All-Star.
Hold the phone, Gerald. Not just yet. Offense still out on the field on 4th and inches. They could go for it right here at their own 45-yard line. Wouldn't be too bad of a spot to put your defense in. Synergy trying to work the hard count. Play clock down to 3, 2, and he will burn a timeout to save them from having a penalty. This Fort Worth team not only gets the stop, but they stay true on 4th down.
Great discipline there by the defensive front of Fort Worth not to jump off sides and have Synergy hard count, snap it, and a penalty and give them a first down. Great discipline, like I said, forces them to punt.
4th and inches, and they will have to bring on Ray Einhorn, 6 foot 215, the punter, Don Wilson. Both punters tonight wearing number 1. Don Wilson, 6'2", 215, a little bit taller than Einhorn. Kick is away, and the return here for Fort Worth is a decent one. They'll get up to the 26. Not bad field position to start for the rookie. We talked about him a little bit earlier. Johnny Reno, 6'4", 225, first round, 2nd overall pick. Gerald, what have you seen from him this year?
Like I said, he had a great first half. Was hitting targets left and right, through touchdowns to basically 4 different receivers. Stephen Baker and Twin Screw looked really good.
He'll start with a throw here, 4 wide, and he will fire the out route. That is caught. Stephen Hacker on that left side picks up 6.
Just gets rid of that ball so quick, just so quick, and he had that kind of precision in the SFLM. He just basically just bringing what he brought to the table, and he's shooting and playing very well.
2 halfbacks on this Fort Worth Toros team. Jason Williams, the premier back, but J.Z. Bacon, rookie, 5'11", 208, a 4th-round pick out of Santa Fe. They will hand the ball off, and that run is up the middle. That is Jason Williams making himself known, makes it 3rd and manageable.
Jason Williams had a $112 and a touchdown on the ground last week in their loss to Mexico City. I'd like to see him get at least 30 to 35 touches in this ball game. Maybe give a little bit of pressure off Reno.
Now they will go heavy set. Here they only need a yard from the 35. Give right up the middle, and Williams has that and a little bit more before being brought down. And let's run you through the rest of this Fort Worth offense. Receiving threats for Reno are Cade Stevens, Charlie Baker, Mike Twinscrew, Stephen Hacker, and the tight end, the cowboy himself, Robert Garrett Jr. And then you have the fullback, Aaron Alexander, for this team. And this Fort Worth Toros team likes to roll and go through the aerial attack, and then if they don't get there, they have the rookie kicker, Amelia Rose, playing in her first season, 2nd-round pick, 47th overall out of Ottawa. Throw across the middle here is good, right at the sticks. First down yardage there, catch made by Charlie Baker, the rookie.
Great catch by Baker. You're talking about Amelia Rose from Ottawa. They did bring in the cavalry here in this offseason. They had 3 people from Ottawa in that draft.
Little Ottawa to Fort Worth connection, and Stephen Hacker knows how to get that going along with the rest of the ownership group in Fort Worth. Spread look here for Reno. Deep drop, fires on the out route. Oh, how did he thread that one in there? Hacker makes the catch at the 36.
Just out of the outstretched reach of John DeSantis.
Ooh, baby.
But Reno under pressure coming up. Look at that. Just had the pressure right in his face from Saeed Moore, the rookie from Memphis, and just stood in the pocket, just delivered a strike. What a throw.
John DeSantis had no chance over there. I mean, how do you beat that throw? And Reno under pressure, too. I mean, Gerald, you don't see a lot of veteran quarterbacks able to stay that calm.
The second game, he's like a 10-season veteran standing in the pocket there.
They will give Jason Williams off this left side with blockers. Williams tackled from behind down to the 25-yard line, moving the chains before Declan O'Rourke can run him down.
Great call here. Look at the lineman just come out there and steal block. That's a great block out there on the outside by Stephen Hacker. You see just pushing the guy down, just opening the left side of that line for another first down carry.
Fort Worth moving the chains here on their opening drive. They stalled DC out. Now they're moving down the field, now into Dragons territory at the 25 and field goal range. Flips outside, that one caught, moving upfield for the first down. That's the first catch of the night for Mike Twinscrew, all 6'3", 210 pounds of him.
Great throw. Just a great route. A couple slants there and just put it right between three defenders. Know where that ball was going to go but to Twinscrew, and they are looking fantastic here on their opening drive.
Twinscrew, a huge get for Fort Worth. Their receiving core was solid, the past couple seasons, but Twinscrew definitely a huge addition to counter with Stephen Hacker and Cade Stevens. Then you add a rookie like Baker, and you really start getting going. Speaking of not getting going, Jason Williams going nowhere on that one. Saeed Gore was right there.
Gore had a tackle. Lasky comes up with a big tackle there for actually a loss of one. They're going to give him a TFL on there. Bring up second 11 at the 12-yard line.
Reno 4 for 4 on this drive. 4 carries for Jason Williams as well. Really balanced attack. They'll throw for the 5th time. This one out to Williams, though. Williams spins off one. Can't get past the second. It'll be 3rd and 7 from the DC 7, but Gerald, they can pick up the first down without getting in the end zone.
Riley Hughes up there with the tackle. Had 116 last year, 11th in the SFL in season 17. Comes up with a stop after 4 yards. They can get it, like you said, inside the one. They can still get a first down. Let's see what they do here.
Alexander stands in front of Jason Williams. A spread look. Believe that's Twinscrew there in the slot. Deep drop from Reno, looking to throw it. Has plenty of time in the pocket. Now moves up in the pocket, floating. He's going to run for it. Reno slides. Oh, how is that not a late hit?
Wow. Got lucky there. The DC Dragons should have got a penalty for a late hit. But, boy, what protection did Johnny Reno have? But, boy, what secondary coverage there from the DC Dragons, from DeSantis, Woodson, Peanut Say, Darrell Bullock, Kanye Rockefeller, and Kappa Jones.
Amelia Rose on to try and put Fort Worth in the lead. Her kick is up and good from 19. 2 of 2 this season. Hit from 28 last week. Hits from a little bit closer, 19 yards, and gives Fort Worth a 3-0 lead. And Gerald, talking about that late hit again, let's go back to it. I tell you what, there's one thing the SFL is not short of, and it is big hits. If you're coming to play in this league, you better buckle your chin strap.
Oh, definitely. You have some unbelievably ferocious hitters in the SFL that really make an impact on your body.
Kick is away, a high-flying kick, and that one will come down, return to the 26. Speaking of high-flying, Gerald, aerial coverage of today's game is brought to you by Dags Drone Works, aerial photography and videography services in New York State. Find them on Instagram at Dags Drone Works or visit their website, dagsdroneworks.com. 1st and 10. DC's drive last time stalled out. Their defense bails them out a little bit and holds Fort Worth in their long drive to 3. However, Shabazz Synergy still 2 of 2, and he will look to throw it again. Swing out here, Kevin Say off the right side, and he has first down yardage and out of bounds at the 37-yard line.
We'll just flare out to Kevin Say and let him just use his speed to get to the outside. Into 11 yards here. As you can see, there's no one around him. There's no containment. Gives him chase there and gets knocked out of bounds by one Golden Dino, the rookie from Salt Lake City.
There is a look at Synergy, 22 yards tonight. Josh Gill has 1 grab, 1 for Britton, and 1 for Kevin Say. We've yet to hear from any of the other receiving threats. They'll throw it again. This one again out to Say on a little bit of a screen. Say finds the edge and picks up 9. It'll be 2nd and inches at the DC 47-yard line.
I love using him out of the backfield like that. Like I said, it was a little bit of a deeper throw. Just had some great blocking down the field. Number 7 just could not get there. James Judah just couldn't get there to get them the extra yard.
I formation, 4-3 look out of Fort Worth. Britton stands in front of Say. They'll give it to Say on a little bit of a misdirection, and Say has midfield and a little bit more, picking up the first down to the 48.
Tackle made there Blake Prime and Adam Leach combining on the stop, but it's another first down, and it seems to be the Kevin Say show here on this drive.
Say that one 6 times fast. The Kevin Say show. The Kevin Say show. And we'll see if they show him the football here. 1st and 10. Just over 2 minutes to go here in the first. They will. Kevin up the middle, and that time he looks like a turkey on Thanksgiving. He got stuffed by J.L. Browning.
J.L. Browning had 11 tackles last game in their loss to Mexico City. Also had a tackle for loss and a pass deflection. So a very good game to start off the year for J.L. Browning.
Shotgun look for Shabazz. 8 yards per attempt for the quarterback here. High snap, moves in the pocket, fires off his back foot, and it's complete down to the 34-yard line. It silences the crowd, and that's the first catch of the day for Mike Churchill.
Mike Churchill, 4 catches last week for 55 yards. Then he just steps up, almost runs into the defender, but hits a nice little pass there to get the first down, keep this chain moving.
He almost stepped up. It looks like he kicked Joey Schwint in the stomach there on that play. Schwint's got to be going, you got to be kidding me. I was rolling into his ankle. I still couldn't get the sack. Shabazz Synergy, a shifty quarterback. You got to be careful for him. 2 in the backfield, and they will flip it out on a screen to Say again. Say with a blocker, and Fort Worth will run that one down. Pick up, though, of 6. We'll get out to the 28.
Aiden Davis, one of the cornerbacks there up on the tackle, brings up a 2nd and 4. They seem to be having a lot of success on first down. Other than that stuff with Kevin Say, they seem to be getting 4 or 5 yards, making it an easy 2nd down conversion.
4-3 look again here out of Fort Worth. They give it to Say right up the gut. Nothing doing there. Again, if you're new to the SFL, Simulation Football League combines traditional esports, normal sports, and a role-playing game all into one. Team strategies are executed in real time by our simulations as real-life players compete on the virtual gridiron. For more information about our league, you can visit our website, simulationfl.net. The SFL, we put the fan in fantasy. And if you're watching live, you're on our YouTube channel where you can see all our games. Synergy going to fire on 3rd and 5, and he's got the completion inside the 15 down to the 11. It's another catch there for DC and another first down for Josh Gill.
Great throw. I had it in my notes here. One of the keys to victory for DC was to exploit the Fort Worth secondary. They gave up 409 last week to Mexico City, and they're going to it there. 7 for 7 for Shabazz Energy early.
Quick moving first quarter. Fort Worth holds on to a 3-0 lead, but the DC Dragons are driving. 11 minutes down, 11 to go before the half. You're watching the Simulation Football League on YouTube. Andy Hamilton along with Gerald Giudice, Aaron Gooden, and Stephen Hacker are running the stats truck for us, helping us out and making us look a little bit smarter. It's hard to do, but they're doing it well. 2 in the backfield, give to Kevin Say, and Say ran down there at the 8-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 7. I think that was Leach that came up and supplied the hit.
And the tackle for Adam Leach, I believe it's his 3rd of the game so far. And boy, they're right on track with their offensive balance. There's 7 pass attempts for Shabazz Energy, 7 carries for Kevin Say.
Balance, that's something that you don't often hear from SFL teams, but DC putting on a clinic in terms of balance. They'll throw here on 2nd down. Back of the end zone, tipped up again, and incomplete. That almost looked like a little bit of a Seahawks bat back for an interception. Unfortunately, Fort Worth could not come up with the football. It'll be 3rd down.
Unfortunate for Shabazz Energy. I don't know if they had a miscommunication on that route, but there wasn't a DC Dragon anywhere near that football.
3rd and 7 from the 8. 5 receivers wide. Synergy alone in the shotgun. 3 down for Fort Worth. Will they bring the blitz off the edge? They don't. They only rush 3. Synergy fires back of the end zone. Josh Gill hauls it in for 6. Touchdown, Dragons.
What a throw by Synergy, and a great catch at the back of the end zone for Josh Gill. He just runs a post pattern, and that ball looked like it was going to go out of the end zone. Look at just a total hands catch right there by Josh Gill, and it puts DC up 6-3.
3 grabs tonight, Josh Gill, 33 yards, and he puts that one in the end zone for a touchdown, and it's the difference maker here so far tonight. DC up 6-3 with Pati on to try and add the extra point. Dragons' first drive of the night stalled out a little bit. This second drive goes down the field for a score. Now 7-3 after the Pati extra point. And Gerald, we have a ball game on our hands.
If DC just comes back after the field goal forward, comes down and drives right down the field. Best energy right now, 8 for 9 with that touchdown pass to Josh Gill. Takes the lead. And DC, thanks to our crack commissioner, gave us a great stat. The DC in their history, 3-0 in the state of Texas.
Oh, that ball's on the ground, and DC scoops it up. A scoop. Oh, and he's down at the 5, tackled right before he could find pay dirt. A huge play there for the Dragons. Bolo Jung picks up the fumble and almost had a big man touchdown. But before we get too far into that, there is a Fort Worth player down on the field.
And that's the offensive guard, James Judah, as we mentioned before. He was leading the way for Jason Williams. It looked like he took a shot there. Maybe with the lower back or a lower leg injury, I don't know. But he is down, and he's going to be taken to the tent and evaluated.
William North, the injured player for the Toros. Again, that's Jung, the tight end, backup tight end for DC, third tight end on the depth chart, making a special teams play. And DC finds themselves first and goal again at the 5, and they kept the points. Here's the throw, and it's caught! Tight end covers the fumble. Tight end takes it into the end zone. Lauren Percoco scores.
Touchdown pass. Reception number 1 for Lauren Percoco on the season. Number 3 for her career, but what a drive. I mean, you just can't make a mistake against this DC Dragons team, or basically any team in the SFL. Special teams comes up big and extends your lead to 13-3.
I'm not going to lie to you, Jared. I think it was you clapping in the booth that distracted the Fort Worth special teams. And that fumble scooped up by the Dragons. And sometimes the ball bounces your way. When you're on the road, you need the ball to bounce your way a little bit. And for the DC Dragons, it bounced right into the hands of Jung. And they go up now 14-3 off the leg of Pati.
Just for this, the first minute of this second half, what it just changed right off the shoot. 14 unanswered for DC. They take a commanding lead here. Let's see if the special teams can rebound here for Fort Worth.
Gonna have to keep both hands on the football. Teach you that when you're a kid. And this return will be brought out of the end zone, trying to redeem himself. Out across the 20 goes Cade Stevens to the 23. Do you have a hot take? Want to show your appreciation for the SFL or show some love to your teammates? The league's new show, SFL Crunch Time, wants to hear from you. Post your video on Twitter with a hot take or a shout out and use the hashtag SFL Crunch Time, and you may just appear on the show this week. Want more details? Direct message Josh Zirkle on Discord. We'll see you in Crunch Time. It's a great show they put together, Gerald. I don't know if you had the chance to see it. I did. It was beautifully put together. About as beautiful as that throw across the middle to Robert Garrett Jr., who fights his way down to the 38.
Robert Garrett Jr. only had one pass last week for 11 yards. Reno gets involved early in the second quarter. It's a nice little flip. There's just no one around him. Just an easy pitch and catch for our first down.
I think the Cowboy deserves 3 claps and a yeehaw, Gerald.
Yeehaw!
There you go. Make sure you don't do it while a play is happening.
Okay.
I think that's what
did it. Huh?
That's what Stephen Hacker in the booth has been whispering in our ears from the stats truck. So
I'll take it. I'll take the blame for that.
4 wide here. Reno going to fire it out of the backfield to Williams. Williams shakes off one, and Williams falls forward. First down, Fort Worth.
Wow, just fought through the tackle of John DeSantis right there to get that first down. DeSantis had him wrapped up for almost 3 yards short of the line of game. It looked like just put down the shoulder, just drags him for another 4 yards to get that first down.
Nice little flip out. Both teams using the running back out of the backfield really well tonight. That's something that some of the best teams in the league are able to do, is utilize that running back in ways outside of just running the football. Reno, plenty of time in the pocket, finds Williams again. Williams, though, was not running as he had that one, had to adjust. He'll end up losing a yard. Nice pursuit from DC.
I think that he wasn't the primary target on that. It was just great coverage down the field, forcing Reno to go to Williams just for a loss of 1.
Going the wrong way, so they'll go 4 wide here on 2nd and 11. Here is the throw. They'll fire a short one out of bounds, and Stephen Hacker makes the catch, picks up the yards lost and a little bit more. Report on William North has the cramps may return.
Maybe with the early season and maybe the heat down there, Texas maybe just a little bit hydrated. Give him the pickle juice there, and he'll get back in the game.
I got nothing to say about that. 4 wide here in the shotgun is Reno on 3rd and 5. Here he looks to throw on the slants play, and he tried to go for too much of it. That one knocked away by the veteran. Kanye Rockefeller says no, and DC's defense stands tall.
That's Reno's first incompletion of the ball game. Yeah, I think he was trying to do a little bit too much there. He had a couple guys shorter that probably could have gotten the reception. But either way, nice defense there by Rockefeller with a pass deflection, and is going to bring out the punting unit for Fort Worth.
Fort Worth going to try and play field position here and pin the DC Dragons a little bit deep there, trying to make Synergy work a little bit, considering last time he picked the ball up right in the red zone. This one will bounce at the 9. It's going to bounce at the 4, the 3, and die right there at the 1-yard line. Beautiful play from Fort Worth special teams unit.
What a punt by Ray Einhorn and the special teams unit down on that ball. A total flip of the field. They had the ball at the 4-yard line last time of Fort Worth. Now they get it at their own 1.
And if you are this Toros defense, you got to be licking your chops at the opportunity to take this one away, or at very least give your offense good field position. First play is a run to Say, and Say gets them out of the shadow of their own end zone right away.
Just an absolute great show of blocking there by the offensive line of DC, along with the tight end Lara Percoco, just busted a hole open for her running back Kevin Say. Great block.
Chris Britton up there doing a good job as well from the fullback position. Sometimes it takes everyone. They'll give it on a little counter, and that time Say's busted up in the backfield. He'll lose a yard.
Dale Browning coming up with the tackle for a loss. His 6th tackle so far in this ball game is going to bring up a big 3rd down here for Synergy and the Dragons.
3rd down and 6. They got to get out to the 11-yard line. 7:20 to go here in the second. Give Say not going to get there. He is shut down at the 8.
I think it's a safe play call. If you get enough yards with Kevin Say on that run, that's fine. You don't want to turn the ball over that deep in your own territory. Get the punting unit out. You got enough yards here to give your punter the full complement of yards to get that ball away. So smart play there by DC.
Yeah, defense has been playing well for the Dragons. You don't want to give them a short field to try and defend, so instead you count your losses here and kick it away. Fort Worth, though, is going to have great field position, their best of the night. They'll start at the Dragons' 31-yard line.
That was a horrific punt. That might have gone, I don't even think that punt went 30 yards.
23.
23 total net yards on that punt. Not good, and they get great field position, as you mentioned, at the DC Dragon 31.
They will start with a heavy backfield. They're going to throw out of it. Here's a deep throw down the middle. It's caught. Oh, out of that formation. You don't see that play often, but yeehaw, the Cowboy takes it down to the 10.
Finding Robert Garrett Jr. for the 2nd time in this quarter, just basically right up the middle. Maybe a little bit behind him. I know I'm nitpicking, but that was a great throw. Great adjustment by Robert Garrett. And here they are inside the red zone, going to try to get this within 4.
You lull a defense to sleep. You almost lulled the commentator to sleep. That formation usually means run or screen. Instead, they chucked it down the middle. There's the screen. And here is Williams all the way down to the 5. He is going to rumble down this DC Dragons defense on their heels a little bit. You come out that heavy, Gerald. Usually you're not chucking it way deep down the field.
Oh, definitely not. But he made DeSantis miss there. DeSantis has been a sure tackler so far in this ball game. Makes him miss that time.
Reno, 90% completion percentage, 9 of 10 today. He will throw for the 11th time. Finds Williams out of the backfield. Williams rumbles in. Touchdown, Fort Worth.
Great play call again, going to this time the wide side with Williams, and just had to make one guy miss, and does just that at the 2-yard line. As we see here, just a flanker outside. The only person there for DC was Peanut Say and Kevin, and I'm sorry, this time it's Jason Williams going to the paint for the touchdown to make it 14-9.
And that is just what you wanted if you were a fan of the deep blue and gold. The Fort Worth fans here in Texas were looking for some points coming back on the board. That turnover there on the kickoff looked a little dire there for a moment, but Fort Worth is still alive. They make it 10-14 with 5:46 to go in the second off of a poor punt from DC.
That special teams coming up big so far in this first half. The fumble on the punt return gives the kickoff return gives DC another quick score, but then the Fort Worth Toros special teams come up huge with a pin punt inside the 1. Poor special teams for DC on that punt gives Fort Worth a touchdown.
Return here for the Dragons, out across the 25. Oh boy, talk about buckling your chin strap. Say hello, young man.
That was, I think, the backup defensive tackle, Paul Wall. All of 6'3", 310. Man, you get him running down the field on a kickoff return. Eesh, I'm glad I'm a defensive player, not returning those kicks.
The train is pulling into the station, and Paul Wall is ready to run through whoever's on the other end of it. Dragons start at the 28. Here's Synergy. Outside throw caught. 9-yard pickup there, Josh Gill.
Josh Gill with his 4th catch, his 5th target of this first half. Brings up a second and very manageable here for the Dragons.
They say fish need gills to survive. Josh Gill needs receptions to survive. He's got 4 already. Next closest receiver for the DC Dragons is 3 for Kevin Say, who is a running back. They will give it to Say on a run play off the right side. Oh, man, say it ain't so. Kevin down the sideline to the 36. Huge move on the spin from Kevin Say.
Spin move gets him a lot more yards, but had some great blocking once again downfield, as you see right there.
Woo!
Just a fantastic block. And that shimmy shake move there, that spin move was absolutely phenomenal.
Yoink.
As you saw the downfield block there by Jeff Banfield opens up and is able to have Kevin Say be able to make that spin move to gain the extra 10 yards. Great play call.
Man, oh man. This DC team is fun to watch, I tell you that much. Give to Say right up the gut. Oh, Chris Britton blew someone up in the hole. Gerald, did you see that pancake?
Chris Britton, I believe that was Aiden Davis that just took an absolute powder. I'm hoping we can see that again. It looked like they're going to, but Britton just absolutely blew that wide open in the hole there. What a block.
Forget the guy carrying the ball. That block is what really should go on the highlight reel on YouTube. We'll see if it makes it later. 2 in the backfield again. They'll give it again to Say, and this time he's got first down yardage. And he's out to the 25. This DC team, via the ground, has moved the ball fast, Gerald.
Say is a little bit slow getting up. They took a big hit, but another nice block from the fullback, Chris Britton, to get him that first down and to keep this ball moving at the 25-yard line of the Toros.
46 yards rushing this quarter, and they will look to throw here, and Synergy is dropped in the backfield. Should have stuck on the ground. That play made there for Fort Worth. It's a big sack coming from Jeff Duffy.
number 110 on his career. Just a
Oh, man.
fantastic, just a fantastic rusher from the defensive end position. A three-time All-Star. Just comes up with a big sack that makes it 2nd and 17.
And if it wasn't him, it was going to be Schwint. They had two in the backfield ready to make the play. 3-3 look out of Fort Worth. This one, a quick flip outside for Percoco, and she will make it a little bit more manageable on 3rd down. Synergy just shy of the 100-yard mark.
Both quarterbacks right around the same amount of yards there.
Very comparable.
And very comparable. And Percoco gets about 6 of the 7 yards that they lost on that sack. It's going to bring up a big 3rd down and 11 here for the Dragons.
5 receivers wide here. Synergy alone in the shotgun from the 26. He's going to take the deep shot to the corner, and he pays the price. Picked off down the right-hand sideline. Spinning back down the field is Aiden Davis.
Aiden Davis making up for getting blown up in the hole there by Chris Burton. I think that was a really poor decision there to throw the football in double coverage. Ball just a little bit short. Aiden Davis comes up with it and is going to give Fort Worth the ball here. Try to get within. There's plenty of time at the 15-yard line, 3:11 to go. Full complement of timeouts. They can go into the half here, maybe down 1 or maybe with the lead.
First down from the Fort Worth 15. Here is the flip out. Oh, Williams cannot corral that one. A rare drop from the veteran.
Had wide open spaces. I think his eyes turned upfield just a little bit before he secured the football. That's a big drop here, bringing up a 2nd and 10. Like you said, that's rare from Jason Williams.
Only the 2nd drop today from a Reno pass. 10 of 12, 100 yards. 129.2 the QBR with 3:07 to go here in the 2nd. Split backs, and Reno going to take a 5-step drop, fires underneath. That is caught. Stephen Hacker makes the grab on the Toros sideline right in front of the head coach.
Again, backside pressure. Reno just doesn't feel it.
No, nothing.
Right there in the back, just like a veteran, just absolutely puts that ball perfectly for Hacker. Led him to the sideline. Beautiful play call, beautiful execution by both players to get that first down.
And it might be, Gerald, that he's not got hit too many times from that backside. I mean, no sacks today for DC. He might just not even be thinking about pressure from that side. And that goes to show you Fort Worth, their offensive linemen, going to work so far in protecting young Johnny Reno. Short drop here. Reno fires out to Williams. Williams off that right-hand side, spins inside, and he'll take a hit, pick up 9.
Awesome containment there. There was nobody out there. Williams, the pursuit gets him 9 yards, brings up a very manageable 2nd and 1 here at the Fort Worth 31. This will probably be the last play before the 2-minute warning.
Line up in a heavy set, but as we've seen with Fort Worth tonight, that doesn't mean anything. Watch Garrett Jr. down the middle if they're not going to run it. But they could do just about anything. They will give it to Williams right up the gut, and Williams didn't get there. Shooting through the gap to make the play was Riley Hughes.
Hughes makes a great tackle. That offensive line was already being pushed back. There was no way that they were going to get the first down on that carry, so hit the 2-minute warning.
2 minutes to play here in the first half, and we have seen some action. It was only 3-0 to end the first, and the teams have exploded on offense. 14-10, DC on top on the road, but Fort Worth has the football. Simulation Football League on YouTube. Andy Hamilton is along with my partner, Gerald Giudice, for this one, Fort Worth and DC. Give left side, Williams, first down and more. A little shake and bake, cross midfield and down to the 47.
Big hit there by Capadona, but not until Jason Williams gets that first down. Great play call there, just basically a little handoff to the outside. And another great block there by Stephen Hacker. Gets them a couple extra yards, and they are now on DC side of the 50.
Into Dragons territory with 1:36 and ticking to go here. All 3 timeouts for Fort Worth, 2 for DC. 4-3 look out of the Dragons. They'll give right side, and that one, oh no, Williams escaped. Made it back just short of the line of scrimmage, but was able to break out of that first tackle. That made all the difference.
Ty Gore slowed him down. Somehow Williams was able to only lose one on that carry. Was back for like a 4 or 5 yard loss. Ty Gore could not corral him in.
And Aaron Gooden got there. Gooden doing stats for us as well. Give Williams up the middle on 2nd and 11. He will make it 3rd and 9 and a timeout from Fort Worth with 60 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, Isaac Forrester coming up with that stop. Going to bring up a 3rd and long situation for DC.
Interesting.
Defense. Let's see if the defense can hold up here. As look like Reno's in the shotgun.
4 wide for Reno. Williams, sidecar right, 3-2 look out of DC. They only bring 1 extra on the blitz. Reno fires across the middle, one-handed grab right at the sticks. Cade Stevens made the catch.
Oh, that was a heck of a catch right at the sticks you mentioned for a first down.
Reno to fire again, deep down the middle, and picked off! Intercepted for the Dragons. It's number 28 who makes the play. Kappa Jones, he had one last week, grabs another one here.
Back-to-back weeks, just a poorly thrown ball there. Reno just gets up there, reaches up at the highest point, gets the football, and the DC Dragons defense comes through with a turnover of their own. And with 41 seconds left, they just might be happy just to go into the half up 14-10.
Kappa Jones is in the chat, and he's on the field making plays. That one note, Gerald, when watching the DC highlights from last week was don't throw down the middle and watch out, because here comes Fort Worth. They get a sack of their own. Big play there. I think that was Gary Degon.
Gary Degon comes up with his first sack of the game, first sack of his career. Had none in the SFL when he was playing with Annapolis, so great play there by Gary Degon.
Welcome to the league, Gary. Glad to have you. 5 wide here, 2nd and 14. Synergy, corner route, and that is caught. One-on-one coverage. The catch is made by Banfield, working on Aiden Davis.
Great throw. Put it short to where only the receiver could get it. Great throw by Synergy. But don't look now. They're at the 44-yard line of Fort Worth with 3 seconds to go. You will see the Hail Mary here. Let's see if Synergy can find some magic and get that ball in the end zone.
See if they can protect him. Synergy has been on the ground twice tonight, Gond and Duffy. And Schwint has had a couple of pressures as well, and they're not afraid to bring a blitz. 4 receivers down to the bottom of your screen, 3 down linemen. Watch that cornerback, might come on a blitz as well. They will bring the late blitz. Synergy pumps once and walks right into a sack. There it is. Fort Worth will bring him down. Jeff Duffy, 2nd of the night for the Duff Man.
They just can't seem to be blocking him. The second sack, as you mentioned, in the half for Duffy as we come to halftime.
14-10 DC on top of Fort Worth. And we won't waste a second. Right back for the 3rd quarter. Gerald, that first half was quarterback play, quarterback play, quarterback play.
Johnny Reno, 13 of 16 for 135, a touchdown and a pick. The best energy, 12 of 14 for 122 touchdowns and an interception. So it was definitely the quarterback show in the first half.
Some of the halftime breakdown for you. 160 total yards for DC, 120 of which were through the air. 5 yards per play for the Dragons. And for Fort Worth, 178 yards, 135 of those through the air. Both teams had a turnover. Fort Worth didn't allow a sack. DC allowed 3 of them. Time of possession arrow goes towards the Dragons. 11 minutes, 40 seconds. Fort Worth flips it outside here on first down, and Williams will pick up 4.
Usually those stats lie during a close game, but you can see all those stats. Both teams 3 for 5 on 3rd down. Yardage basically the same. As you said, both teams threw an interception. It was a pretty well-played first half. Both of these teams just trying to figure out a way to get that ball in the end zone.
4-point lead for the Dragons, but it still feels like it's anyone's ball game. Reno will hand off Williams. Williams right side, and he is cut down. Nice one-on-one tackle there for the Dragons made on the outside. Kappa Jones coming up. He's got 4 tackles tonight already.
4 solo tackles along with 3 assists, 7 tackles, and along with that interception.
Pick, yeah.
And that interception, he's having a great day defensively. Aaron Good leading the team with 8 tackles on that side of the ball for DC.
Got to be careful when going down the middle against the Dragons. 4-3 look. Here's Reno to throw. Reno wants the deep shot down the right side. Not doing there. Nice defense there by Peanut Say on the outside, one-on-one.
Great pass deflection for Peanut Say. They're trying to go deep, trying to catch him napping. Peanut Say said, no can do. Just looking for Mike Twinscrew. Great. The pass is a little bit short, but still great defensive play there by Peanut Say, and it's going to bring on the punting unit once again for the Toros.
Reno having a good night outside of that 1 interception, but DC's defense will shut him down there, and they will have to punt it away here at home. The home crowd getting a little nervous. Ray Einhorn on to kick this one away. Snap back. Punt is away. DC will try and set up for the return. They will have Rockefeller, who gets stifled at the 39-yard line, and that is where the offense will set up. Visit the SFL website, simulationfl.net, where you can find links to apparel from Sector 6, the official apparel provider of the Simulation Football League. You can get SFL mini helmets from 97 Sports Promotions. Sector 6 has replica team jerseys and customized jackets, flags, t-shirts, and more. Get the gear the fans wear with Sector 6 97 Sports Promotions and the Simulation Football League. Give up the middle. Say only going to pick up 2 yards. And there are a lot of players, Gerald, out there on the field tonight. I would love to have their jersey. Just to name a few, Robert Garrett Jr. I think Reno might be a good player in this league for a long time. I would love to have a Kevin Say jersey. And then I want a Benny Butcher jersey. I tell you what. Love me a big fella.
Oh, no. See, I'd want a Kanye Rockefeller, maybe a Declan O'Rourke, and maybe that Jerry DeGon jersey. I think DG, I have those same initials. I think it'd be great.
That run didn't go anywhere, but I tell you who else's jersey I would like. Chris Britton. He had that pancake in the first half, and I don't think we talked about it enough. If he keeps putting on performances like that and helping Kevin Say to nearly 4 yards a carry like he's got now, I want a fullback jersey.
Or how about you get J.L. Browning? That's his 9th tackle so far in the football game.
There you go. Yeah, he might earn a free one if he keeps working that hard. That throw across the middle, though, is caught for first down yardage. Jeff Banfield, he says in the chat, someone said they want a Banfield jersey. Speaking of Banfield, there he is.
A nice little play call there for Banfield to get on the board here. And he just went inside. I think Browning was expecting him to go outside, and Banfield jumped inside. Great throw there for Synergy. And you're talking about the offensive balance. 13 of 15 for Sebas Synergy. 15 carries for Kevin Say.
3 backs in the backfield. 4-3 look out of the Fort Worth Toros. They will throw it out to Say out of this formation, and Kevin Say stood up and dropped there on the outside. 4-yard pickup for the back.
Adam Lee's coming up there with the stop. One of the rookies on this Fort Worth Toro defense that we haven't called is Frank Bernstein, who had a great first game. 2 picks in his first game to go along with the tackle. Is off the score sheet tonight.
Haven't heard from Gus Scott or Kyle Storm either on the offensive side for DC. And Synergy walloped in the backfield. That looked like a free rusher. I know it wasn't a free rusher, but Jeff Duffy, a hat trick for the 9th-year player.
Hat trick just coming in, just absolutely just bull rushing. Tackle there, Tyrone Asher, 6'5", 315, goes by him like he's standing still. And it's going to bring up a 3rd and long situation here for the Dragons.
Give me a Duffy jersey. 5 wide here for Synergy. Looking to throw, laces one across the middle. What a football! Oh, Churchill collects.
What a catch down the middle of the field. Just nobody there, just finds a soft spot in the zone, and a big 3rd and long pickup there for the Dragons.
Oh, man, Synergy gets walloped in a sack and says, no problem, I'll pick this up. Deep throw down the middle for first down yardage. First down again. This one a throw underneath for Coco. Spins out of one. What a nifty move from the tight end.
That girl's got some happy feet there, just going through, just passing weeks. It makes a guy miss. And they say if you want to play like your girl, you want to play like Lauren Coco.
There are a lot of great female players in this league. We love having them. And I got a couple on our team, Gerald, and there's one on each of these two teams. Amelia Rose, a rookie, and Lauren Coco in her third year. Free play here, and Say is only going to pick up 3 or 4, so they'll probably take this penalty.
So they're going to take the call. Yeah, like you said, we have Kendra Hall on our team. We have Ashley Jackson, the quarterback.
Oh, she's killing it this year.
Oh, my gosh. I mean, dude, we have so many fantastic female players in this league. And it's basically a whole wonderful community. If you're not part of the SFL and you're just watching this for the first time, you need to get in our community. It's just down-home people that just love the game of football.
We had to play Rochelle Colston this week, and she is a menace and one of the nicest people you will meet. Met her at the convention. Handoff, Say. Oh, outside, and Say down inside the 10. First and goal for DC. Nice move from the back.
Say going around the left side of that line, gets the first down and some more. As you see Britton once again just sealing that outside. And actually picking up a second block down the field. Blocking, I believe that was the running back or the backup linebacker E.K. Vincent. Great play there by Britton. 2 blocks in the same play.
2 tight ends on the field here for the Dragons. They will hand it off. Say again, right up the middle, and Say makes it more manageable from the Fort Worth 6. Second and goal.
Great time-consuming drive. Just great. I keep mentioning the balance of this offense for the DC Dragons, but you don't see it that often here in the SFL. Sometimes you either see a pass-happy team or a run-happy team. Boy, it can just keep you off guard here with their balance.
Handoff, right side. Kevin spins. Oh, say goodbye, Kevin Say.
How was he not caught? It looked like he was going to be caught right in the backfield, runs past the defender, and then just makes eyes miss to get to the pylon. What a run there for Kevin Say. His touchdown run gives him 75 yards on the game. But wow, what a play. And that's a heartbreaking touchdown for Fort Worth to give up.
Gave him the old shoopy-doop. And it's 6 points for DC. That extends the lead. It'll be a 21-10 lead if Pati can add this extra point. Snap, hold down, kick up, and it is good. 21-10. DC on top of Fort Worth, and the crowd here in Texas is a little bit anxious.
Yeah, this DC Dragons defense is absolutely playing lights out. Last week they had 13 tackles for loss as a team. They are at 5 right now. Fort Worth saying, hey, our defense isn't too bad. We have 6. But, man, it's just the consistency for DC right now is coming to the forefront.
This is a deep kick. Fort Worth elects to run it out, and they will bring it out. Oh, Cade Stevens. Oh, Gerald almost got going there.
And just about made the play. And the backup linebacker, Keith Lannister, saved what could have been a humongous return. He probably would have still been running.
Cade Stevens, a little bit dangerous, but didn't really get moving there. He'll set them up, though, at the 27. Still a nice return. And Reno, 14 of 18, 1 touchdown today. Reno going to fire across the middle. That one in and out of the hands of the receiver. That might have been a drop from Hacker. Coverage over there was John DeSantis.
I think DeSantis got his hand. I think they got there at the same time. I think DeSantis got his hand on the ball. I don't think that was a drop from Hacker. I think it was just a great play from DeSantis. As you see right now, the Jason Williams, 11 attempts for 41 yards and only 5 receptions for 26.
And it feels like he's done more than 3.7 yards a carry. Some of that might be in the passing game, but definitely a threat. Here's Reno, going to fire on the corner route. Oh! Stephen Hacker down across the 30, 20. It's a foot race, 10-5. See you later, Stephen Hacker. See you later, Fort Worth. 6 points for the Toros at home.
Stephen Hacker, who didn't have a catch coming into this game, gets his 5th catch just over the outstretched hands of the veteran Kanye Rockefeller. And then he outruns Kappa Jones to the end zone. What a play. And just like that, Fort Worth scores and gets back into this football game.
The 3-time All-Star for the Toros finds Pater, and the Fort Worth Toros, they answer so fast, Gerald. The crowd was so nervous, and then it's just, boom, Hacker, easy, we're good.
Hacker said, let's jump on my back, we're going to the end zone, taking a trip to the paint.
Yeehaw. Get the Cowboys rolling down here in Texas. They say everything's bigger, and speaking of bigger, that's what Stephen Hacker's yardage looks like tonight. He had 0 yards last week in the overtime game against Mexico City. He's got 118 already unofficially.
118 with that big 73-yard touchdown catch. And I was surprised that he didn't even have I don't think he had a target last week.
That's what the stat sheet says. Here is the return from the Dragons. They were pushed themselves into the lead and then immediately, abruptly, fell right back into only the 4-point difference we're sitting at now. These teams have come alive here as of late.
You see, DC has been sacked 4 times, and now it looks like Fort Worth is coming ahead in the yards per play. DC leading just to have a small advantage in the first downs, but the 4 sacks. And right now, it's what's keeping Fort Worth in this ball game.
5 receivers wide. Synergy looking to answer. Fires across the middle. Tipped up. Oh, baby. Eric Vinson, work on the hands, young fella.
That should have been a pick, but another free rusher just coming in. And Sebastian Synergy had no time to even plant his feet to throw that football. Luckily for him, that didn't result in his 2nd pick of the ball game. Luckily for him, he hit a linebacker who don't really have the greatest of hands.
Stats Truck is telling us Stephen Hacker did have receptions and yards last week. Must be an error in the software. We'll get that fixed. Apologies. And we'll have that better for next time. That play is blown up, though, in the backfield. Who else? Jeff Duffy right there. He is making a home out of that backfield today, Gerald.
4 tackles, 3 sacks, 3 tackles for loss, just absolutely blows up. And right now, Little Mo is wearing all blue as DC Dragons can't figure out a way to move the football in this half.
If you're looking for a jersey on Sector 6, 53 in Fort Worth blue and gold is a good one to have. 5 wide here for the Dragons. Synergy stands in the pocket, floats across the middle, and is able to connect. A deep shot there, and it's the first catch of the night for Gus Scott.
Gus Scott coming up big. They're not exploiting the middle of that Fort Worth secondary too much. They had a play earlier, basically a similar play. I believe that was to Mike Churchill at the end of the second quarter. It's basically the same play, just wide open up the middle. They need to exploit that more and give Synergy some time to throw the football too.
2 in the backfield, 2 tight ends. They'll give it off this left side to Kevin Say. Say redirects, has the edge, has a first down to the 43-yard line, and that one felt like it was going to go for way more than it did, Gerald.
Watch number 33 again on the lead right there. Another humongous block there coming up. The linebacker was strafing down the line of scrimmage, looking to try to get him on the side. And Britton said, no can do.
Again, this DC balance is beautiful. 20 passes, 20 runs. Here's the 21st carry. Say dances again. There is a flag on the play, but Gerald, have you ever seen an offense with so much balance?
I mean, the SFL, I think that's just a big reason why the offensive coordinator, Stephen Mullinex, is just an absolute gem of a play call. I like the balance because you can't have we've had games where there hasn't been a run attempted. And then there's ones that have 40 runs and 10 passes. But just the nice balance of 20 carries, 20 attempts really can put your quarterback at ease and your offensive line just pushing forward and having great blocking.
Say up the middle will pick up a couple. If there's one person who knows something about winning football games in the state of Texas, Gerald, it is Stephen Mullinex. Used to own the Dallas Roughnecks and won plenty of games. They were gray and black, and DC almost sporting the gray and black tonight, and they are up 21-17, and they face 2nd and 2. Give Say right up the middle again. He's got the first down before J.L. Browning can wrap him up.
Tackle number 10 of the game for J.L. Browning, but not before Evan Say gets his first down and creeping ever so close to the century mark, now sitting at 95.
4.3 yards per carry, 27, the longest of the night for Kevin Say. Chris Britton leading the way. Can't shout him out enough for what he's doing tonight. Give right side, Britton seals the edge, and there goes Say again. First down and more out to the 16 as they are now in the red zone.
You mentioned it again, just another great block there by Kevin Britton, as you'll see right, what a lead block right there, taking out, I believe that was Adam Leach that was coming up in run coverage. Could not get there thanks to number 33, Chris Britton.
17 first downs in the game for the DC Dragons. They are dominating that, and 6 of 8 on third down. First down play here. Synergy fires. Caught. First down yardage again. And that, I believe, is one of the first grabs there down the field for number 48.
48 with a great catch, just coming across the side. Just a couple of crossing routes there. Basically got the linebackers confused on who they were going to get. That's the backup tight end, Bo Young, who almost had a touchdown. He's the one that recovered the fumble on that kickoff return.
Hey, you make a play on special teams, you see your way onto the field. Young, a nice grab there, sets them up here right at the 2-yard line. Synergy wants to change the play. Goal line look here out of Fort Worth. They'll give it to Kevin Say, and Say not going to get there. Fort Worth stands tall.
Stopped them just short of the line. Schmidt there, I believe his second tackle of the ball game. It's going to bring up 2nd and goal here from the 1.
Britton in the backfield. Say behind him. 5 down linemen for Fort Worth trying to make a stand. They give. Say cut down in the backfield. Oh, baby.
Great play there by number 91. Coming up with a big stop there on third down.
That will take us to the end of the third quarter. 21-17 DC trying to extend the lead. Fort Worth trying to get a goal line stand. Andy Hamilton along with Gerald Giudice, Stephen Hacker, and Aaron Gooden running the stats truck for us, doing a wonderful job behind the scenes. Cameron Irvine producing tonight's game. 2 in the backfield, goal line look again. From the 2, here's the give. Say outside carry, stuffed in the backfield by Browning.
Unbelievable. J.L. Browning, have a day, tackle number 12, and it comes through, and boy, did Fort Worth Toros defense stopping the Dragons inside the 5. They have first and goal to 2 and can't punch it in.
J.L. Browning, and the J.L. stands for just losing yards. Kick from Paty. Paty is up and good. 24-17. The goal line stand from Fort Worth keeps them in this football game. Huge set of plays.
If Fort Worth can find a way to come back and win this football game, you're going to be looking at that defensive stand here in the beginning of the fourth quarter. That was huge. Kevin Say has been tearing them up, averaging 4.2 a carry, but could not get in the end zone from the 2-on-3 tries.
Kick is away, and now Fort Worth will have the chance to tie the football game after that stop. Stevens gets out to the 22. APM Music is unrivaled music to bring your stories to life, inspiring every production with the world's most robust and constantly refreshed music collection, state-of-the-art technology, and world-class customer service. APM Music is the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. You can explore their library to find the perfect tracks for your projects. Just visit apmmusic.com. First and 10 from the 22. Johnny Reno leads the offense out. We'll start with a handoff to Williams. Williams spins once, shakes off another tackle. Williams picks up 8.
Aaron Gooden finally comes up with the stop, but not until after an 8-yard gain there by Jason Williams, who's only touched the ball 16 times, actually now 17 times in this game, 13 carries for 53 yards.
DC's defense trying to make some stops here. Hold Fort Worth. Here in the 4th, they give Williams another carry. Williams left side through one. Williams still on his feet and out to the 46.
That's what Jason Williams can do. You might not think a big back, 6'10", but boy, when he puts his shoulder down, he can just blow anyone out of the water. And I believe that's one of the few times you'll see someone get the best of Kanye Rockefeller on a hit. This time, Jason Williams wins it and gets the first down.
Kanye was the fella that got rocked on that play, I tell you what. As Williams now running with more yards per carry than Kevin Say, just way less attempts, only 14 totes of the rock for number 34. First and 10. Here is the flip outside. That one is caught. Another grab for Stephen Hacker. Almost took out Emilio Rose on the sideline. Look out.
Yeah, it's your own teammate to take it easy, but get it. I hate as much as that play gained yards. It just has to be perfectly timed, and you only gain 3 yards. Your quarterback goes back. The guy runs a 5-yard out in the second and 3.
Hey, sometimes, Gerald, it's about making them defend that boundary. Well, you open some stuff up for Williams. If you got to watch that flats, he can't cover the middle of the field nearly as much. Nickel look here out of DC. They give and Williams will make it 3rd and 2.
Hughes coming up there with the stop. Williams starting to heat up here in this 4th quarter here on this drive.
Certainly is, as he is up to now 74 yards, 15 carries, and they need him here if they want to pick up the first down. They will give him the run, and Williams, they're going to mark him short. That is a tough call.
I thought he had Riley Hughes coming up with the stop. The head coach here, Stephen Molex, might want to throw the challenge flag here. I thought he got there.
Offense still out on the field. Now, this is a spot, Gerald, where I'd almost like them to throw the challenge flag before the timeout. If they were going to fool him, they go for it. And Williams got the first down and more. Forget the red handkerchief. We're just going to give it to 34.
I think that the defense wasn't ready. I think they were just going to wait for him to do the good old countdown there, and they snapped the football, and there was nobody in that front line of DC to stop him. An easy first down there on 4th and inches.
3 in the backfield again. They are going heavy. They're saying, you got to stop it. Give to Williams. Williams, that time, will get stopped. Hughes again met him in the hole.
Hughes just seems to be the shadow right now of number 34, Jason Williams, coming up with his 9th tackle of the football game and hold him to 1 yard, make it 2nd and 9. Clock ticking, 7:30 to go.
Split backs in the backfield. Twins look here at the bottom of the screen. That's twin screw there working out of the slot. Hacker to the bottom, wide out. Here is Reno going to throw to Hacker deep down the sideline, offline, over through the receiver. Might have been a little bit of hand fighting there.
Yeah, a little bit of hand checking going on there. And no flag was thrown. Probably good choice there by the referee because both receiver and defender were probably hand checking one another. Ball ends up being way overthrown.
4 wide, 3rd and 9. Got to get down to the 30-yard line in order to move the chains. Reno completed 15 of 21 tonight. 200 yards plus. Going to throw again. Late blitz, and he finds the receiver. Twin screw spins out of 1. Down to the 16.
Great throw by Reno getting it to Mike Twin Screw. Boy, this just Johnny Reno does not look like a rookie. Just comes up and makes a great throw there. Spins out of a tackle there
Nice
by
block.
number 24 by Peanut Day. And here comes Fort Worth. That big defensive stop there is giving this Fort Worth offense life.
They went to overtime last week. Don't necessarily want to this week unless it means extending the game in their favor. Tight end flex here. Robert Garrett Jr. there in the slot. Here's Reno to throw. Reno going to fire on this far side on the out route. That is caught. Steven Hacker, 1st and goal to the 5.
Great throw there. No one else out there but Hacker. 1st and goal at the 5. Now, if you're Johnny Reno, this is where you can probably get a challenge here from Stephen Molinex here, saying he was out of bounds.
We will take a look at this one. Looked at full speed, Gerald, like he was inbounds, but we will get the benefit of taking a peek at all of the replays on this one.
Nice little out route there. Comes up, 1, 2. Got 1 foot in. I think it's gonna be a catch.
Could also be a challenge of the spot. We will take a look and see what Ref 62 has to say, and they will call that inbounds in favor of Fort Worth, and DC will lose a very important timeout, Gerald.
That could be huge here. With the time remaining, if Fort Worth manages to tie this football game, they're going to have 4 shots from the 5.
Got to keep hold of those timeouts in a close game. Unfortunately, DC felt like he was out of bounds. 1st and goal. Floater back in the end zone. Wide open! Yeehaw! The Cowboy is there. Touchdown, Fort Worth. 23-24 with an extra point on the way.
Oh, how do you leave the Cowboy that wide open? I don't know if they were expecting help in the back, but he just absolutely blows by the linebacker. Oh, I'm sorry, blows by the cornerback there, Peanut Day, who seemed to be having not a good series defensively this time. Gets picked on as the Cowboys scores and gets them within 1.
Oh, baby, this is a game as Fort Worth in front of the home crowd has a goal line stand, then turns around and goes right down the field for the touchdown to Robert Garrett Jr. That an 11-play, 74-yard drive, 4 pass plays, 41 pass yards, 6 of them run plays. They started at their own 22, and Gerald, they find pay dirt. 3 minutes, 49 seconds off the clock. A huge drive from the Toros.
Great team effort there to get back in this football game from the defense and then your offense. Let's see what the special teams can do here for Fort Worth as we're all tied at 24.
Kick is away. Return here from Rockefeller. Oh, ho, ho! Popped again.
And I'm glad I'm up here in the booth for this game. Man, they're just hitting down there. Another great tackle there. This time, the backup strong safety, Chip Mustang, comes up with the big hit.
Yeah, these two teams never met before, Gerald, but they are hitting as if they are arch rivals. 5 receivers wide for Shabazz Synergy. He's completed 85%, gonna fire down the middle and completes again. Down to the 46, Josh Gill, and you just feel the air being sucked from this crowd.
They are exploiting the middle of that Fort Worth secondary. Again, just a deep pass over the middle, and there was coverage there, but that ball was perfectly thrown by Synergy. It's the ball, like you said, into Fort Worth territory in one swipe, one swing of the arm, and they're in the other side of the 50.
Synergy has looked great tonight. Now up to 86% completion percentage. He's hit every one of his star receivers. They'll give it off to the right side. Oh, Kevin Say bottled up and dropped in the backfield. Jeff Duffy again.
Guess who? 5 tackles. All 5 are for a loss. Jeff Duffy blowing up the line, and it was a big play that would bring up a 2nd and long situation just on Fort Worth side of the 50.
Twins, bottom of your screen. 4-3 look out of the Fort Worth defense. 2 backs in the backfield. Here's Synergy. Out route there, caught underneath and tackled Outside is Banfield. It'll bring up 3rd and 7 on the edge of field goal range, just outside of it right now, Gerald. This is an important 3rd down for both teams.
Big 3rd down. Can the defense step up once again for Fort Worth? As right now, DC 6 of 10 on 3rd downs.
Bunch formation, single receiver to the top, nickel look out of Fort Worth, play action for DC, fires outside, one-handed grab for the 1st down.
What a catch there by Lauren Percoco. Unbelievable. Maybe her fingernails grabbed that hold of that football. But wow, what a throw, and keeps this drive going with just over 5 minutes to go in the game.
Over under, Gerald, of this game from Jack's data, 48.5. We currently sit at 48 points. Unreal from them. Under 5 minutes to go here in the 4th. Single back is Say. Here is Synergy. Pressure, and he's dropped in the backfield. The 1st sack of the game for Joey Schwint.
Joey Schwint is first. I believe that is his total is ninth and a half sack of his career. And it's the 5th sack for this Fort Worth Toro defense. And it knocks him almost out of field goal range here. Brings up a 2nd and long again, this time the 16.
Oh, look at that. 332 to 323 total yards. These two teams are matching each other blow for blow tonight. DC 5 sacks could be the difference. Flip outside to Kevin Say. Say tries to spin, and he'll get bottled up. This Fort Worth defense ready to get rolling. That was Golden Dino.
Golden Dino, the rookie from Salt Lake, who had a decent game last week for his first game, had 5 tackles, comes up with his 6th of the ball game. That's going to bring up a 3rd and long situation. 7-11 for the Dragons so far going into this play.
5 wide. Watch Aiden Davis at the top. Here is the throw across the middle, tipped away and incomplete. Fort Worth's defense is going to make the stand. I believe it was J.L. Browning, the first guy to get a hand to it.
J.L. Browning, have yourself a day. 12 tackles, 2 of them for loss, and now a pass deflection. Going to bring up a 4th and 14. What do you do here if you're DC? It looks like they're going to punt the football. They're going to try to pin him deep, just like they did earlier in the ball game. I believe that was Fort Worth that pinned DC at the 1.
First punt of the half for the Dragons. They have 2 in the first half. This is only their 3rd punt of the game. This one going to bounce at the 6, bounce at the 2, and it will roll into the end zone for a touchback. Oh, that is a crushing blow.
I think Wilson just said a bad word there. Luckily, we didn't have the field mics on. She's like, are you kidding me? There was 2 people that just watched it roll into the end zone. Now, Johnny Reno, just 3:38 to go. A field goal will put your team ahead. Let's see what you can do here, rookie.
Stephen Hacker says a net of only 18 yards on that punt. Not what DC was looking for. Here is the first play from scrimmage. Reno flips out. Williams stepped out of bounds, only picked up 2.
Had him just a little bit wide there with the throw. I like to see that throw come inside a little bit more. And it brings up a 2nd and 8 situation. It stops the clock with 3:34 to go.
You can just cut this tension in the YouTube chat in this stadium right here. 3:34 to go, all knotted up. Fort Worth with the ball, the crowd trying to let their offense go to work. Here is the give up the middle. That is Williams, not going to get anywhere. It's a huge 3rd and 7. Riley Hughes on the stop.
His 10th tackle of the ball game, a 3:20 to go, 3rd and 7 coming up. This is a big play here. DC's got to find a way to get pressure on Johnny Reno. Johnny Reno has been upright the whole game.
Gun straight, press man, watch the top receiver. Here is the move, and Reno's sacked for the first time tonight. Oh, DC gets home. A huge play there, and it's Benny Butcher.
Benny Butcher with a 2nd sack of the season. And I just said that they needed to get pressure on Johnny Reno. He's been standing upright. What a big-time defensive play there for DC. And what a time to get their first sack of the ball game.
Butcher slicing and dicing will force Fort Worth to punt this one away, and DC trying to play field position. A great punt. They'll have to call fair catch at their own 45.
Smart play by the vet, Kanye Rockefeller. No need to try to get that. We've already seen one fumble on a kick return, and now it's up to Synergy here. 2:35 to go. 22 of 26 for 240. Kevin Say, 27 carries for $105 and a score. Let's see what they can do here on 1st and 10.
Browning and Duffy might play a big role on this drive. Heavy backfield, they'll look to throw it. Swing out here to Kevin Say. Say, with room in front of him, will spin off one. He'll pick up 5, gets to midfield.
That makes Adam Leach miss again. And there you see just number 53 just always there around the football. Jeff Duffy coming up here on a big 2nd and 5 here. Will they get this play off for the 2-minute warning?
From midfield, 4-3 look out of Fort Worth. Now only have 3 seconds before the warning. They will take the snap. They give Say another run, and Say stopped at the 48. On the other side of the 2-minute warning, the most important 3rd down of the game. We're all tied up at 24. Don't go anywhere. Third down. This DC team 7 of 12 tonight on 3rd down efficiency. Here is the play. Synergy fires. Caught! Left side, 1st down! Oh, and it's the first catch of the game for Kyle Storm.
Great play call there by Stephen Melnick's, basically using Kevin Say as a decoy, and it left Storm wide open there in the flat. Great play call at the absolute perfect time.
Still not in field goal range. 4-3 look out of Fort Worth. Here's the give. Kevin Say going backwards. He's going to lose a yard.
Guess who? Number 53 again. Jeff Duffy. And it's another tackle for loss. 6 tackles for loss. 3 sacks. Just he's having a ball game here. Going to bring up 2nd and 11 with just over a minute to go in the ball game.
Another handoff to Say. This time he moves forward to the 41, but DC looks unwilling to give up the run. We're now under a minute to play.
If he would have got past that front line, he had Britton again down there blocking down the field. But it's going to be a big 3rd and 7 here. They need to capitalize here to get in field goal range.
5 wide for Synergy. He's completed 86% tonight. Throwing for the 30th time, and that one is caught on the sideline! Inbounds! The catch is made at 36 seconds left.
And it's Jeff Banfield, I believe, with the catch. Right there. Great. Well, that was great coverage. I don't know how the ball is.
Hold on.
It's a review. Let's see if they made the catch.
If there's one thing you want, Gerald, it's not the ref to be looking at a receiver being in or out of bounds with the game on the line. That catch is made. Which is the first foot?
I think it's the left foot. I think that's going to stand. Let's see. It's a big call here in the game.
And it will stand. DC will have the 1st down. Ref 62 rules that he was in bounds. Huge catch from Banfield, and that could set up Pautee with the kick to potentially give DC a 2-0 start.
Worth, I believe, have all their complement of timeouts, so they can stop the clock here. So you're going to see a heavy dose of number 20 right now, I do believe.
36 seconds. Give. Say. Cut down at the 21, and that's actually, that was Fort Worth who used a timeout. They're trying to give Reno some time.
Yep. Now that was the 31st run for Kevin Say. That last pass by Sebastian Synergy was pass number 30. Still with that beautiful balance.
112 QBR for Synergy tonight. Only 3 incompletions, the 1 pick. Say will carry the ball for the 32nd time tonight, and he is dropped at the 19-yard line. Fort Worth, another timeout. The one thing they can't do is let Kevin Say pick up a 1st down on this next play.
Oh, they cannot. But 3rd and 6, I think you just might see them running this toward the right side of the line, get them in the middle of the field there for Pati to see if they can pull ahead here.
3 in the backfield. Say along with Kyle Storm. Here is the give right up the gut. Kevin Say tried to spin for it, did not get there. Fort Worth was wise enough, and they will have to kick the field goal from the 17.
I believe that was J.L. Browning again on the stop. 13 tackles for J.L. Browning, but now it's coming down here to the foot of number 15, Pati. Let's see if he can throw a party here and give them the lead here, going with 27 seconds left to go in the football game.
17 of 20 in his career, 85%. Has only missed 3. This kick up and on the way, and it is good from 33 yards to give the DC Dragons the lead with 23 seconds left.
What a drive by Synergy. Some great throws, some great runs by Kevin Say that leads to that field goal. And now with no timeouts left, 23 seconds left on the clock. It's going to be a big road to hoe for Johnny Reno. Let's see what he can do.
Reno's longest play of the game was 73 yards to Stephen Hacker. Nothing is impossible tonight. Kick is off of the foot of Pati. Cade Stevens will return from the goal line. Out across the 25, Stevens still on his feet, across the 30, across the 35, 40, and Stevens down to the 45, a huge play!
Special teams coming through again, but this time on the positive side for the Toros as they get up to the 45-yard line. What a return by Cade Stevens when they desperately needed it. Now they only need to get about, 15 to 20 yards. They can do that on a couple outplays to get them in field goal range with 16 seconds left. This ball game is not over.
It's a great question. Amelia Rose has not been asked to kick a long one. She kicked from 19 tonight, and she made 1 field goal last week from 28. We'll see what her range might be. 4 wide for Reno. Fires across the middle. Stephen Hacker caught inside the 40 down to the 37. They gotta hurry. What are you doing?
Clock's running down. What are you doing? They
5,
gotta
4,
spike the ball.
2, 1, and the game will end. Fort
Oh
Worth
my gosh.
does not stop the clock, and the DC Dragons escape on the road with a 27-24 victory.
Oh my gosh, what horrible clock management by Fort Worth. You can see the yards basically even. 2 turnovers there by Fort Worth, but oh my gosh, another heartbreaking way to lose for Fort Worth as they got into, I think, field goal range. It would have been a huge field goal attempt there for the rookie Amelia Rose, but she never gets the chance to put her foot on the ball. You see Stephen Hacker going down there for the touchdown. But oh my gosh, what a disaster at the end of the game for Fort Worth.
There will be heartbreak all over the state of Texas tonight, but the key, Gerald, it's only week 2. There are 10 more weeks of SFL football action, and I tell you what, Johnny Reno's a player in this league. 20 of 26 tonight, 3 touchdowns to only 1 pick. This Fort Worth Toros team is in good hands. I have faith that in their next 10 games, they're going to put on a show every single time. The ball may not have bounced their way tonight. It may have bounced the way of the Dragons, but boy, oh boy, I tell you what, Gerald, if people aren't looking out for the boys in blue and gold, they are going to get surprised. This is a good football team on both sides of the ball tonight.
Hey, Johnny Reno just said 20-26, 269, 3 touchdowns, 7 touchdowns, only 3 picks in his career so far. Jason Williams at 80 yards on 19 carries. The big receiver Hacker, 149. Senior player of the game has got to be Sebastian.
And your player of the game is Kevin Say. 33 carries, 114 yards, 39 through the air. Well, for our stats team, Stephen Hacker and Aaron Gooden. What a game tonight. I'm Andy Hamilton. Joining me in the booth was Gerald Giudice. We want to thank you for joining us and wish you the best. Week 3 kicks off next weekend. You don't want to be anywhere except for in front of your television. This has been the Simulation Football League. Thank you and good night.